Okay, so today we're going to be doing the football helmet apple. And here I have all the supplies that I use to make this. Here I have just a picture, and that's my favorite team. So it gives me a guideline of what I'm going to be doing on this apple. I have a fondant smoother. I have a rolling pin. I have my sharp scalpel knife. I have my cutter, and it's two sides. It's like a pizza cutter. It's one sharp end and it has a rigid end. I have my extruder, my cornstarch, and of course my apple. And here I have my ribbon rolling pin. I have two adjustments here. So if I need to use them, I will use them. I have water on this side. And I'm also going to be adding some white dots or freckles. And I'm going to use a brand new toothbrush to do that. I'm going to use the white poppy paint. I'm going to be using the edible silver dust. And to add to that silver dust, I'm going to be using lemon extract, okay? And those are going to be all my materials that I'm going to be using. And we're going to get started. Okay, what we're going to do first is we're going to roll out the bars for the front of our helmet. And while we get everything ready, we are going to let these sit. Once we roll them out, we're going to let them sit so they're hard enough. So on my picture here, I have counted 4 bars on the upper part and 1 big bar that's going to come around and down to the bottom of the apple, okay? And if you're not able to make the exact image, that's fine. You don't have to put all 4 bars. You can put however many bars you want. I don't think I'm going to put 4 bars either. Okay. So what I'm doing here is smoothing out my fondant a little bit to make it more of a box shape instead of a round shape, okay? Flip it over. Fondant is very easy to work with, so you can form it however you want. I'm turning around. We're going to do the other side the same exact way. You can use the round pieces as well, but I just wanted to box it a little bit, okay? So this is our apple. And we're going to cut little pieces. Okay? I have 3 pieces here. And these are the pieces that I'm going to start with as my frame on my bar. I'm going to put them all side by side and even them out. I'm going to bring them over, even them out, and we're going to cut. Just try to get them as even as you can. Okay? So those are going to be my bars. Okay? Gonna need my fondant again. And a lot of these tools I might not use, but it's always good to have them handy. So if you need anything, you'll have it and you won't have to search for it. Okay? So the next thing we are going to do is we're going to make 2 more bars. I have showed you how to make your bars, so that's how you're going to make them. We're going to get a small hole punch. We're going to roll out this dough. Not dough, but fondant. And we're going to get a small hole punch. And we are going to punch out some small holes that are going to be for our detail on our helmet, which will be our bolts on the sides of our helmet. So I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to get my hole punch, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I have this hole punch for the screw detail, and I have my larger hole punch for the hole here in the side, okay? And you can make them as thick as you want. So I am counting my holes. We're gonna put 2 on each side and 1 bigger one. So this will be the bigger, and these are gonna be the smaller. I'm gonna need 4 of those, okay? And we're gonna form those so they'll look like little buckle attachments, okay? And that's gonna be my bigger one. We're just gonna set them to the side until we're ready to use them, okay? I need this back together, and we're gonna make little tabs. And the tabs are going to be beside this hole, the bigger hole. And the bigger hole, I am going to roll out a little bit more to make it look a little bit bigger. And if you want, you can make little guidelines or tabs and just place them in a little small container so when you need them, you have them. That's a bubble, so we're going to get rid of that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I have some round tabs that I'm going to cut out. They're not too big. I'm going to cut out 2 of them, and they don't have to be perfect. Okay, and those are going to be my tabs. And you can shape them, make them bigger if you like. Okay. So I'm going to roll those out, and I will return. Okay, so here I have applied edible Dallas Cowboy image, and on the other side I have applied my image as well, and that is how we're going to work with our frames on putting our frames on. I'm going to use that as a guide here for the front. So I'm going to start making up my little screws. And I have this tool that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to make an indentation and form it around my tool as so. I'm going to take them off, and I'm going to place them down. I'm going to do all of them the same exact way. Okay? And those are going to be your attachments. So I'm going to do all of those the same exact way, and I will return. Okay, so I have rolled out some more white fondant, and I'm going to make some strips. And you can also use these as well for your helmet. Okay? So I need 2 of these, and I am looking for my knife. I'm always misplacing stuff. They're not going to be the same length. They're going to be a little bit shorter, because we're gonna put them here in front of the helmet so they'll attach to our bars that we have made. Okay, I'm gonna put these here so if I need them later. Okay, I'm going to get a brush, and all you need to attach these are some water, which I have here on the side. And you can scratch them a little bit. I'll put some oil in the back here, just lightly, not too much. Never put too much water because they'll slide. So we're going to use, I'm going to cut that down a little bit. These as a guide. So I'm going to put this at the very bottom. Okay. Now use that one as a guide. Snip off that. And it's sticking, so I'll go back in and unstick it. And it's okay because we are going to put bars there so you won't be able to see it. Just going to add water. We're going to put another one here. Start at the bottom. Place there. So this is how it's looking so far. I'm going to go back in and take this off. It just aggravates me to see it. Okay. So we have cleaned that up. And we are forming our bars, okay? And you can push them out a little bit. So we're going to form our bars, and we are going to put water just on the ends. And push the sides. Okay? And you can put water there, just so it'll stick a little bit better. And you can wait for it to dry a little bit more. Okay? So that's going to be your bars. I'm going to add the other ones, and I will return. Okay, you guys, I am back. I have attached all my bars, and the third one I cut down and put down at the bottom, so that will, and I have modeling tools here to smooth it. And that's going to be more like the mouthpiece, okay? So that's how it should be looking. Okay? And if you have wire, you can run the little thin wires through so that it'll stay in place. But I didn't have any wires, so I'm working with what I have, okay? So this is how it's going to look so far. I'm going to sit it back down, and we're going to start adding things to it. So this here is going to be a strap. And we're just going to cut it down till we think it will fit. I'm going to fold it just a tad. We're going to add a little water. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? So it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to go in and trim. And you're just making little details to your helmet. And if it's too big, just go in and trim it. Okay? Use that one. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold and cut it down a little bit. Gonna add a little water. And we're gonna place the same spot, but on the other side. It's a little bit too big, so I'm gonna cut it down. Okay. That's going to be your size. Okay. And this is going to be here on the side. So we're just going to add little taps of water on there. Make sure it's not a lot. If it is, I always keep a towel here. We're going to add this right here on the side. Okay. And now it's kind of coming together. Okay. Set it back down because she's still not dry. And with our small punch here, we're just going to add a little hole there. Okay. All right. These straws are very bad. The more you touch them, the more the color comes off. Okay. So we're just going to start forming our a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to shape up around my side here, and I will return. Okay, I am back, and what I am doing here is the pieces that I had before of my strips. I have placed one here in the middle, all the way back, and I'm going to use the other piece to go all the way back here. But I'm not going to bring it all the way to the end because I'm going to be putting a label there as well that says Cowboy. So I'm going to make a tab, and I have placed this here to let it dry, so it's going to hold this bar up a little bit. So make sure you add just a small amount of water. Okay. And that's what's going to hold your bar up. I'm just going to shape it a little bit, and I will return. Okay, so with one of our strips, we're going to make a tab for the back to put my Cowboys label on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down. And I always keep the trash can next to me. Try to keep my area as clean as possible. Okay, I'm going to wipe here with a little water. I'm going to add my label here that says Cowboys. I'm going to take my knife and go back in. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is put some water on the back. And we're going to attach this to the back of our helmet. And that's how our helmet is looking right now. You're going to do each side the same. Here, I'll let you know what I used, but we're going to put a cowboy sign right here. Make sure it's straight. And you can go back in with your modeling tool and box it out if you like. So we're going to put a cowboy sign there. Okay. And here, these little ridges here, all I did was take my scribe and press down. We're just making our helmet have more detail. Here, I just use my modeling tool, went in and pressed there, both sides. So you're just going to do each side the same as you did the other one. Okay. And now we're going to add blue strips here. We're going to add our white strip here all the way back to meet our tag once I square it out. Okay. So I will be back. So stay tuned. That's our strip for the back. And this is how it's going to be looking so far. Okay, we're just adding detail. You can add whatever detail you like. Because I am going to paint some areas silver. So whatever detail you want to add to your helmet, that's your choice. But this is how it's going to look, and we're almost finished. Okay. All right. We're just going to add some blue here on the sides here to bring it out a little bit more. And then we still have our little attachments here that look like screws. We have 4 of them, and I'm going to place them wherever, I think they look okay. So that is how you're going to make your football helmet. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. there will be more tutorials to come. Like always, thanks for watching. Okay, there's the finished result of that Dallas Cowboy helmet. And the straws are always messing up. So if you want to try a different straw, just make sure it's the kind where the paint doesn't rub off, okay? But there's the end result. And I'm going to add silver onto my helmet, and it will be finished. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.